Hello, Nomad Nation. Welcome to Tandem Nomads, the podcast where you can find great inspiration and great tips to build your portable business and thrive in your global nomadic life. Our guest today is Ebere Akadiri. Thank you for being here, Ebere.
Thank you, Amel, for inviting me.
So, Ebere, can you let us know a little bit about you and what you do?
Okay. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a business called Akaro Foods and Spices in the Netherlands, and we package spice blends inspired by West African recipes. We also give cooking workshops so as to introduce the vibrant cuisine of West Africa to the Netherlands and eventually to the rest of the world. When I'm not very busy in Akaro, I mentor other entrepreneurs, especially the expat entrepreneurs who live in the Netherlands, and show them the right steps to take to start and run a profitable and sustainable business.
Amazing. And notice how good you are at presenting yourself. And we might do an episode on how to pitch what you do. It was very, very well presented. That's amazing. So we had so many interesting chats in this episode about how you grow monetarily and make money out of your business, and that was really interesting. Thank you so much for that time that you took to share it with us, and your expertise as an entrepreneur. But there's one thing that I want to focus on today is more like, it's not that easy to build a business already. So on top of it, if we're a mom and an expat spouse and have to move all over the world so regularly, how is that possible? So I don't know, what would you like to share about that? How can we start first fixing that bigger obstacle of being an entrepreneur and an expat spouse and mom?
Okay, I think the first thing is about realizing that because you're moving, you need to tell yourself that your career or your dreams, they don't all have to end because you're moving from one country to another. That's what I said to myself when I moved from Nigeria to the Netherlands. I stayed home for 1 year, and people were telling me it's so impossible to start a business as an expat. But I decided that let me try. The most important thing is trying something and not being afraid to fail, because really there's no harm in trying and failing, because even if you fail, you would have learned something in the process. So that's what I was thinking about when I decided to start Akaro Foods and Spices in a new country with different language. There were lots of limitations, barriers, people telling me it was impossible. But I realized that my mindset had to change. I have to have this mindset of I can do it. Even if it doesn't work, at least I tried.
Yeah, it's very important. I can do it. And I love that you when you said, I can do anything I set my mind to. But honestly, how? I mean, how did you, especially you have 5 kids. I mean, how was that possible? What did you implement to do it?
So, because I have started, I had a business back home in Nigeria, and I had to grow that business. Where I had 56 employees, I realized that the first time I started a business, it failed completely because I didn't have the right skills. I didn't know what to do first, second, third. Then I came across an entrepreneurship class that really taught me everything I needed to know, from having an entrepreneurial mindset to money, to marketing, to PR, to developing the right strategies to run a business. So that really helped me. So even when I moved to a new country, all I needed to do was to plug in the things I already knew, understand the culture of the new country, understand how the business terrain, and now suit what I already know to match with what they already have or what they are expecting for a business to thrive or to grow. That's what I did.
Yeah.
So for new people who are just starting out, my advice always for them is to just have a vision of what you want to do. Have a dream and set your mind on that dream. When you desire something so strong, nothing will stop you from having it, not even moving to 10 countries, because it occupies, all your mind. Yeah, that's all you want to do. And if when you don't do them, you're not going to be satisfied. You're not going to be fulfilled. So for me, I was feeling that something was missing in my life. If I just wake up every day and do school runs and stay home, I just felt so empty. I knew something had to be done. And the solution, the answer, was to start a new business again, all over again in Netherlands.
So true. And you know what you're saying here makes me realize I've heard a lot of expat spouses saying, I had to give up my dreams to be able to go abroad. And no, you don't have to give up your dream. And you are the living proof. Actually, if you give up your dream, then of course you won't be able to do it. But if you keep your dream alive and set your mind to do it, you can. It doesn't matter if you have kids or not, or how many times you have to travel. And I think this is the biggest message here that I would love. I'm so happy that you brought up. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Amel. Thank you.
So Nomad Nation, don't give up your dreams. Keep hanging there and do everything you can. It doesn't have to be perfect, just step by step and start somewhere. So I think that's a big message here. So thank you again, Ebere.
Thank you, Amel, for having me.
It's a real pleasure. I really loved it. So don't miss this episode, Nomad Nation. Ebere is just amazing and full of insights for you. So go to this episode on the link above or below this video and stay tuned to turn your challenges into great opportunities.